Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, give me the thumbs up. So starting off, I haven't been on YouTube in a bit. I want to give you an update of what's been happening in the shop, what's been happening with the truck, and what we're going to be racing. So first item, first show and tell, is the new tube bender. Built the stand by hand and then mounted everything to it. And this is going to be super helpful during the season to make the bedside mounts, because the front of it mounts with tube. We'll show you in a minute. Uses 1-inch tube, and so the die in there right now, because I've been bending 1-inch tube. Might do a video in the future if I get some time on how this actually works. Come closer over here. It's got the front bumper cut off the truck, and that's cut off because it needs to be more serviceable, have tube connectors. Last year we were trying to get TRX, didn't have a week to wait for tube connectors to come in, so we just welded it straight to the truck. This year we've got the time. Let's go ahead and make it more serviceable to be able to pull the engine easier in the future. Engine, this is actually going to be our backup engine this year because I got a new block down at the machine shop. I'll be assembling it myself. I have the rotating assembly, and most of the parts are orderable or in stock, so anything I can't get I can rob off this engine. Waiting on the block, but that'll be coming out. And Andrew, my dad, came up, helped me get all that disconnected, so it's really just being stored in here for now. I've got the front screen out of it. I'm going to be redoing the mesh because the old mesh was kind of cobbled together. Just making some updates as I got time. There's nothing really happening in the cab of the truck other than I'm putting a fresh air system in and then gonna recharge the fire extinguisher system. I do have seat mount brackets that I need to get in there, but that's kind of the bottom of the list because the mounts I have in there now work good, but they're only positioned to work for me. And I'll show you over here. These are the new seat brackets, so if I have anyone else drive the truck, because we can have backup drivers. Say I can't make it to a race, but I want to keep points going. Got a couple positions to move it forward and back, and then also can move it for height. So, gonna get that mounted in. Also, second show and tell back here is this was the a tube that came out of the back bumper. If you didn't watch the craning video, go back and watch it. But the side of the back bumper slammed into the wall. Ripped it off the back of the truck. Actually tweaked the cage a little bit too, but went through and grafted in a new piece here and a new piece there, and I did that really just for cost savings. It was like, well, I can try to salvage this bumper, and I pie cut it a whole bunch to get it straightened back out, re-welded it, put in some new mounts, and this is a little better style. Should be a little more heavy duty. The other style had a weld washer or a weld nut that the tube, the side of the bumper bolted to the back of the cage. Well, that ripped right out of the side of the tube. So this style is a little tougher, but should still be able to collapse if I do get in a bad wreck, because I've updated the back of the cage and put in some cross bracing. That way the truck stays put and the bumper is what collapses. And then speaking of collapses, going from tube mount style to an aluminum panel style rear bedside mount, and that should save the bedside. If it gets hit here, it'll crush, and then I can straighten it back out and potentially save the bedside. So I've got the template. I drew it all up in Illustrator and then sent it to a shop. They're gonna laser cut it and bend it for me, and so those will be in at the end of this week. I'll be able to get the bedsides mounted on permanently and cross all that off the list. I do have the cooler out of the back of the truck. It's sitting there on the ground, but that was really just so I could weld the tube up there, and that's pretty much it. Got a new third member, lower geared. That way I can keep the RPM up at the shorter tracks, because once you get out on that fluff, it just dogs the truck really hard. So that should help with that, and then yeah, cruising right along. First race is going to be Antigua, first weekend of June. I would like to get out to the Slinger race for Soda, but just not going to have the truck done. It's not really a money thing, it's more of waiting on the engine to come back from the machine shop so I can get it assembled. But other than that, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.